My name is Mary Penner, and I want to welcome you to Wheelchairs of Hope. Wheelchairs of Hope started because my son Daniel, who was diagnosed with a neurodegenerative disease when he was only 4 years old, was privileged to be raised here in Japan. You see, here in Japan, wheelchairs were provided for him by the medical system. Every 4 years he received a new wheelchair. Not because something was wrong with the old wheelchair, but simply he had outgrown it. And that's the case with so many people here in Japan. They receive wheelchairs, then they no longer need them. What happens to those wheelchairs? Yet there are people throughout Asia who don't have the privilege of living here in Japan and having easy access to a wheelchair. So because my friend and I realized we needed to do something about these chairs, we started gathering them. And friends gathered with us. And we started cleaning, refurbishing chairs, and taking them and sending them to people in Asia who are waiting for a wheelchair. It gives them hope. And the people here that gather together with us, we also find hope as we work together on these wheelchairs. So thank you for coming today and being a part. I want to explain to you just a little bit of what it means to clean chairs to give as a gift to people who are waiting for a wheelchair. At Wheelchairs of Hope, we receive wheelchairs that are scratched, that are dirty, that need painting. Actually, those wheelchairs are a lot like our lives, aren't they? But when we come together, we can encourage each other. We give each other hope. And when we clean these wheelchairs, we also then provide hope for others. So I want to go over a few points of the things that we clean here. Why is it important that we clean them well? Why do we want to clean them so that they're as good as we can do? It's because it's a gift to the people. We're honoring them. Many of these people have no status in their lives. They have no authority, no power. There are many of them, this will be the nicest gift they have because it empowers them to go to school and get jobs and be part of their community. So we want to give them the best we can. This means hard work on our part. Okay, so let's get started. One, the obvious are the tires. When you see a tire that has cracks in it or where the tread is worn, we won't use those, we will replace them. We will also wash them with a solution and scrub brush so that they will be as clean as possible. It's always important though to make sure all the solution is rinsed off with clear water afterwards and cleaned. The casters need to come off, and when you take them off you will notice that often there's a lot of pet hair or human hair or other debris in the casters. So cleaning them with a scrub brush and sometimes even a slightly abrasive solution. And again, rinsing them thoroughly is very important. Another part that I like to think a lot about is what are the parts that the recipient will actually touch? The arm rests, where they put their arms, where they put their feet, for the brakes that they use. We want those parts to be clean because they will be touching those parts. And it's not just what's clearly obvious, but when we turn the chair over, even the bottom of the footrest, let's clean that too. Let's clean it well. We can use a spray, hot air spray, a steam spray to do that. Another thing that's really important is to get the rust off. And we use chemicals and also brushes that remove rust. Another thing is sandpaper that we use on the spokes to make the spokes clean. Many of the chairs on the back have a pocket. The pocket's held down with Velcro. If you open it up, that Velcro needs to be cleaned too. And for that, we can use toothpicks or a metal brush. There are areas that are hard to reach. Q-tips work really well for that, as do toothpicks. We want to get to the smallest part and clean it thoroughly. There's often stickers or labels put on the wheelchairs. We have told the people that we receive the wheelchairs from that we will remove any identifying labels. So we can use a blow dryer, or we can use, again, a chemical to remove all the labels. There are a couple things I want to caution you about. One is when you take off a caster or you take off a part, please be really careful not to lose any washers or any screws or any parts. So attach them back again. Instead of taking the whole chair apart at once, if you're just starting out, only take off one section at a time to be sure and keep all the parts together so you don't have to go scrambling to look for a lost part later. Another thing is some tools are sharp. Some tools can cause burns. So especially if you're using the steam spray, make sure not just for yourself, but those around you, you don't want to cause any injury to them. So when you use the spray, look to see who's at the other end of that stream so that you be sure not to burn anyone. One thing that's been a real joy to me at Wheelchairs of Hope is the variety of people God brings to this project. Every single person has merit. Every single person here comes for a reason. It's not an accident that you showed up or that the other people showed up. I am thrilled for those that come. And each person has something to add. No one can do the whole chair by themselves. We're all part of this together. And so I'm glad you came, and I hope you'll feel welcome. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you caring about the recipients. I hope it explained to you how much we really care, because we want to provide wheelchairs and we want to provide hope. Thanks for being a part.